The Tim and Tony podcast is brought to you by. So Bucked Up. Tell the good people about them, Tim.
Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of my friends who have been asking me about Bucked Up since we got the sponsorship told me, Tim, when I get a pre-workout, it feels like I'm a meth head on Mountain Dew. And I will assert, as I've tried many other brands, that is the case generally. Not the case with Bucked Up.
No.
And particularly not the case with this little product that I just started using. It's called Heat Hardcore. I started using it because I started a cut yesterday.
Oh,
trying to get in shape for going to Mexico in August. So we're very excited.
Oh, okay.
So for all of you who are looking to get into your Mexico body shape, Heat is a good pre-workout substitute. It's only got like 150 milligrams of caffeine. It helps you burn off fat really nice. Or just going for the traditional pre-workout where they have a bunch of delicious flavors. I have a huge ass stack next to me.
The chai spice is incredible.
Yep. Oh, and there's another product of theirs that I didn't try until I was sent it. Is those racked BCAs are,
oh my God,
life-changing. Those are awesome.
So the rack BCAs are fantastic. I've taken some other BCAs and like I know I took them, but I didn't feel them. This one, I feel like I could cure cancer. Disclaimer, you can't, but you feel like you could. The Pumpocalypse, oh boy. And if you use that in conjunction with the pre, you're going to have a fun workout. So that's to say, there are plenty of options at Bucked Up Fruities, and we're not even talking yet about the protein and the meal replacement protein. Both of those are very, very delicious and lean. So, Tim, why don't you tell us about that promo code?
Promo code. Again, go to buckedup.com. You can only use this online. You cannot use this at any in-store location. Go online to buckedup.com. The promo code is TNT20. That's spelled TANDT20 for 20% off your entire order. You can order one product. You can order 50 products. It's 20% off the whole damn thing. So go to buckedup.com today and let's start working towards those Mexico bodies.
Yeah. Use those supplements. It'll change your workout, change your life like it did us. So let's talk about Tidal, Tim. Why do we love Tidal so much?
I've got a Tidal sweatshirt on right now, and it is by far the most comfortable thing that I own in my entire closet. I absolutely love this hoodie that I have on, and they make the most comfortable gym attire that I've ever worn, frankly. Tried out a lot of brands. We're not going to name them on here, but you know who they are.
Absolutely.
And these guys make by far not only the most comfortable feeling clothing, they make the best looking clothing. They make you feel like a fucking badass in these things because they're perfectly tapered to make you feel very confident.
And I mean, if we can feel like badasses, that's pretty impressive. So
that's how
y'all need to buy the stuff. I've got a hoodie. I've got a sleeveless hoodie that is just as douchey as it sounds, but fuck, is it comfortable? Their shirts are, like Tim said, perfectly tapered. The shorts are incredible. So, you got to buy the stuff. And here's the thing, though, Tim. Why don't you tell them about that promo code?
Okay, so on Tidal.com, that is spelled TYDAL.com. Use the promo code TAND15. That is TAND15 for 15% off your next order.
Off the whole store. Like, you can get all their stuff. You can literally buy the entire stock of their website, and you can get 15% off of all of that. And I suggest you do that because every single item that you buy there is going to be incredible.
In a crowded room, somewhere in town.
So guys, Some pretty cool stuff happened in the last couple days. What do you, Tim? What have you been up to?
We're in the finals, baby. We're in the Western Conference Finals, baby. Final Four. That was
Oh my gosh.
incredible. I am like still over the moon with happiness and pure joy. Nuggets. I have a couple Denver fans in my life. It was never really a series. None of the games are really that close. I was expecting you guys to catch us off balance in one game. You didn't.
I wasn't.
You have the highest body fat MVP of all time.
Didn't Charles Barkley win an MVP?
Yeah,
did,
but
yep.
yeah, so we'd have to do a comparison there, right? I think Chuck though, that 93 year, he leaned out a little bit. Like he had some definition on them biceps. But yeah, congrats Denver. Congrats on winning the MVP.
Yeah, we're very happy for you, especially since that's all the broadcasters were talking about after game 3 was just how incredible Jokic was playing. He had a triple double and all this stuff, even though it took him 29 shots to get his 30 points. But that's, I digress. But 20 rebounds and all that stuff in a 14-point loss. Very happy for you. The MVP trophy turned out it was a participation trophy this time.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up.
It was really cool. He played all 82 games. So, he got the perfect attendance award, which is what the MVP award ended up being this year. So that was cool. Super happy for him. He got ejected at the end of this game. For
being a bitch.
Yeah, for just walking up and just slapping campaign.
And then acting like he was really going to fight Booker and Jay Crowder.
Well, if he stands down, if he's like, hey, guys, I'm sorry, he doesn't get ejected. But he had to go in there and act all hard. It's like, dude.
When there isn't a single part of his body that's hard, and you can take that for what it's worth.
No, I want to ask Scott this question. When you saw,
by the way, hold on. So Scott, welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, for the listeners, Scott's a friend from high school. For Tim, I've known Scott since high school, but we went to different high schools. So, anyways, Scott's a huge Suns fan, just like us. So welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I remember I went to a Suns game one time and they were playing the Kings and they're down 40-8 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
And now
you were
at
that game. I remember watching that game.
Yeah, that was awful, but we came so far and feels so good.
That's the thing that people don't understand. I was going to ask you, Scott, what was your reaction? Because I got a little misty when I saw the huge legions of Suns fans that were in Denver. And Chris goes up. He was going up to say what's up to his parents or whatever, but then he kind of gave some love to everybody. I was getting a little oh my God, you guys don't understand. You could buy tickets on SeatGeek for $3.
And we did. And we 100% did.
The NBA games 2 years ago even. And we now have thousands of people traveling to go see our games. It's just a reminder, like we were talking about last week, Phoenix basketball is our sport. The Suns have an outweighted importance in this city. It's not even close. The other two sports teams that have been here, and that's longevity. They've been here since 68, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 68.
Yeah. So they have all this equity built up in the city, in the state. It's so cool to see fans there and excited. And by the way, one more parting shot at Denver, because I know I like to kick people when they're down. Your crowd's weak as fuck. And it was both
terrible.
games. It was really, really you should be ashamed of yourself. It was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, allowing our fans to come in, do MVP chants, do Suns in 4 chants, and then the viral video that just if you haven't seen it, just look up Suns Nuggets fan Suns in 4, you'll find it. This dude just beats the hell, and we're not condoning violence unless we're handing out the Ted Cruz Award. But the Suns fan just beats the hell out of these two Nuggets fans, and as the Nuggets fans walk or run away with their tail between their legs, he just screams at them Suns in 4. It's just it's incredible.
It's so good.
There's a lot of pent up anger and aggression there. It's just there a lot of history in those punches that he threw.
The other thing, and Scott, I'll give it back to you after this, that I just can't get over is watching Booker now in 2 closeout games have 80 points combined.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't one person, it wasn't a bunch of people, it wasn't a group of people, it was everybody in the NBA media for years was constantly
He's Monte Ellis.
If there was somebody, like if they had nothing to do that day, it was how can we shit on Devin Booker Day? Like that's just what we did. And that's why, I mean, obviously the Suns have this tortured history, but that's why this is so different for us. Because for 5 years, we've gotten absolutely no respect, and we haven't deserved it, but we've just been like our best player has been actively shit on while we're all over here. Like, no, guys, like we get it. The record's bad. He is incredible, but the record's bad. We get it.
And then I mean, we had 5 coaches in 4 years. We decided not to draft Luka. Like we've had a lot of very fucked up decisions, but I mean, okay, Scott, let's be honest. Let's assume, since I think it's a safe assumption, let's assume that not all 3 of the Nets superstars are going to be playing come finals time.
Oh, you want to do this now?
Let's assume. Is there any team that's currently in the playoffs that you're worried about?
The only team that gives me a little bit of pause is the Clippers because they have Kawhi.
They have to.
And they have Pat Bev, who could go and just injure half our team, and he would get 2 common fouls.
And Marcus Morris. And Marcus Morris, who has a violent, shall we say, a violent history in Phoenix, or more specifically Tempe.
Redemption against the Suns for whatever we did, even though we babied his ass. But
yeah,
the crowd should be on him from the very beginning. They should be making fun of that guy.
There is. I wish. I'm praying that we get to see Philly. We're not going to. Hell, they might not even win their series that they have right now. But just for the chance, I would try everything in my power. I would max out every credit card I have to sit as close to Ben Simmons as possible and just yell at him. And just yell at him.
Just yell GPA at him over and over again.
GPA at him. Or I would also enjoy yelling at Paul George. Because he's just a walking rain cloud when it comes to adversity on a basketball court. So I would enjoy that too. The Nets are the only team that worries me. The Nets are the only team that worries me. But the thing about them is they have 3 of the most mercurial stars that we have today. So who knows if they're even going to show up?
That and they have 3 of the most brittle. I mean, Harden before this season was not that way, but Harden this year, combined with Kyrie and KD, those are 3 of the most brittle superstars that we have.
And on top of that, I don't think I would be able to emotionally handle going up against the triumvirate that they have of Nash, Amari, and Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I could put my feelings aside, but like if we were actually to win, I would have like a 5-second pause where I felt really bad.
I wouldn't.
For Nash.
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I love that guy. That guy's been through a lot of shit in his life.
I'm wearing his jersey right now. He's my favorite basketball player ever. Here's the thing. He's not with us. We didn't offer, much to my chagrin at the moment. It's working out very well. Monty, I love you so much. You are fantastic. And everything that you've given to us, I'm very grateful. But at the time, I was very, very, very pissed off that we didn't hire Steve Nash. But
did you see Monty with like his arm around Chris, giving him like a knuckles?
I did.
Knuckling his head as we were going out. That was great. That was a wonderful moment that they caught on camera.
Yeah, and Chris
father-son.
I believe Chris Paul scored more in this game than he has in like 3 years. I think that was on the graphic. It was since like May 2018. He's scored this many points.
Yeah, and inevitably when your team goes this far, you start to label different games. So game 6 in the Lakers is going to be the Booker game. Game 4, this is probably the Chris Paul game that we'll remember it for. I'm
going to call it the Chris Paul elbow jumper game because that dude That was incredible. Just there were like 5 or 6 straight possessions where it's just, hey, I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna shoot it, and you're not gonna do jack shit about it. And I'm gonna hit it because
They
I'm
couldn't
amazing
solve
at
it.
No,
They that was so sad. Like I was like, at some point, you like the announcers were doing it a lot in Game 3. They didn't do it as much in this one, but in Game 3, I forget who the announcers were, but they were just constantly like, "What the hell is going on?" Like Jokic keeps backing off of him when he gets the screen to go in that little box right by the basket where he shoots the mid range. Like, step up. He's going to shoot it every single time. He's going to shoot it, and that's automatic for him.
Or run a zone and have one guy stand in that exact spot that he shoots every time.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, we're just going to let it happen.
It
Unbelievable.
Like, and they didn't fix it this game. In fact, it got worse. Like, unbelievable. Like Mike Malone.
no, Michael.
I have some questions.
Michael.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, get his name
Michael.
right. Gee.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
I don't. It was a bad series by them. They didn't win a single game. When you get swept,
We were
there's
in
no
control
like,
the whole time.
yeah, when you get swept, there's no like, oh, I wish this would have happened. I wish this would, like, they got beat. Now, the only thing that they could say is, we wish we had Jamal Murray, which when you lose your second best player, that's a big deal. Jamal Murray's a real thing. Will Barton wasn't healthy. Michael Porter Jr. wasn't vaccinated. So, I mean, it's tough when you don't, when you're not at full health or full immunity.
Right.
I mean, but you got your ass swept and your MVP got tossed with 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter of a closeout game.
Out of pure frustration.
Yeah.
Like actually, as much as I've made fun of Jokic, like that was 3.5 games worth of frustration being taken out on Payne there.
Yeah.
Like,
because
it's hard not to feel for the guy.
Because DeAndre Ayton actually showed up. He's showing up during this playoffs. He's gone through, I mean, arguably the best front line in the entire NBA with the Lakers. He had the best run of his entire career, or best run that I've ever seen him play at all, college or otherwise. And then he came in and he basically made the matchup between him and Jokic a draw, which I think even Reggie Miller said that in the on the broadcast today. Well, it's like, if you're Monty Williams and you're going to be having DeAndre Ayton come in and basically even out Jokic's production, like, that's a win. You're going to win every single time if that's all that they're going to have.
Well, he morphed too. I mean, in the first series, he was looking to get his a lot. He was looking to score.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking like a body morph.
No. I wasn't going to make a steroids joke. That's not positive. This is a Positive Sons podcast.
Positive indeed, Tim. Positive is the right word.
But the thing that was almost more impressive in this series is that they weren't looking to feed him constantly like they were in the LA series. And he was still running the floor. He was still setting. It's seemingly like 5 picks a possession. And he was doing really well on the boards. And he was making Jokic work whenever he got switched onto him or whenever he was that was his guy. I'm actually more impressed with Ayton because it's really freaking hard to be a big guy running the longest length of the court of anybody out there. And you're hardly ever touching the ball. And he had the best attitude possible about it. Like, he actually gives a shit, which has been the thing that everybody's been worried about for 3 years. Including
the titular people that are on this podcast right now.
Yes.
You and I were like the 2 of the most ardent critics of him because he'd have games where it's like, did Ayton even play today? Or he'd go a month without any free throws. Like, where it's just like, okay, how are you a big guy and you're going an entire game playing 30 plus minutes without shooting a single free throw or committing a single personal foul? But here's the thing. I shouldn't even be focusing on that because he's playing so incredibly. He is playing absolutely amazing, and there's nothing I can say negatively about him right now.
Yeah, and honestly, who cares if he takes a night off on a Tuesday in Charlotte?
Yeah,
next week. Right. Like, if he's going to do this in the playoffs, sure, get your rest. We'll play Sarge more. We'll put in Frank the Tank for 4 minutes to give him a breather. It doesn't matter if he's going to ball out and shut down Anthony Davis and Nikola Jokic. Like,
he's now shown it.
Yeah,
there's a different level to him I didn't think he had.
Which our last episode that we talked about the Suns, we did like a solid 10 minutes apologizing to him. Oh, I was wrong. Tim was wrong. We were both wrong. And that I'm happy that we were about as wrong as you could be. He's balling out. He's balling out. Is he better than Luka? I don't care right now. Don't care. Because Luka's not in the playoffs. Ayton is, and we're playing great. I think we're playing the best out of any team in the playoffs right now. And I love that we're getting a long rest, given that we're relying on a 36-year-old point guard. I absolutely love that we finished tonight, and I hope that the Clippers Jazz series goes 7.
And this is, I mean, I can talk ad nauseum about this, but this is by far the most physical Suns team that I've ever seen. I mean, like, I text Tony at least 3 times a game. This team is just full of motherfuckers. Like, there's just no other way to call it. Like,
we've got shitheads. We've got shitheads, and it's great.
We do, but we've also got guys that are like not kidding when they go to fight you. like Charles is like, oh, they're not going to do anything. They're just, I'm like, no, Book actually, like, I was kind of surprised that Book didn't like swing once. Like,
yeah, which thank you, Devin. Please continue that attitude that you have of like, I'll stand up, but I'm not going to throw a punch. Thank you. Because I know that the NBA just loves handing out bullshit suspensions to us. So thank you.
Right. But there's just so many moments. Like, even when Jokic goes out and for 5 minutes, Denver looks really good. Or the moment where LeBron is just mocking Jay Crowder while he's defending him as the bench is doing it. Like, those are moments that if you're soft mentally, that will break you. Like, there's no coming back from that stuff. Whereas Jay sees LeBron do that, and he's like, I don't care. I'm still in that guy's league. He's still afraid to go. Like, he's nuts.
Yeah.
But I love it. You need guys like that are just a little nuts that are like, no, I am the best defender on LeBron.
By the way, if I may, Jared Dudley, I was expecting more out of you because I didn't realize until recently, after seeing it, for the 90th time posted on social, Jared Dudley was in on it.
Yeah,
it's disappointing. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Right. But seriously, like, this team, even Ayton, who I thought was soft up until these last few series,
and he's not.
He's not. No, he's not at all. That guy. Not only does he play hard, he's a tough. Like, I love the moment when they told him in the press conference, they're like, Jokic says that you played him really good on defense. He's like, oh, that's lit. Yeah. Like, he's got like the best attitude. Like, now that I don't hate him anymore, I enjoy him so much more. Like, he just seems like a really, like, it is not easy playing with Chris Paul. You need a tough as shit team to be able to take him just constantly berating and yelling at you and to take it in stride and to actually create positive results from it. And they've got the exact right mix of people around him for the first time in Chris's career, maybe. I think it's safe to say ever, because Harden hated that shit, because
DeAndre Jordan hated him.
Griffin hated him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you need a lot of Raja Bells. You need a lot of Boris Diaz. You need a lot of Jay Crowders. You need a lot of campaigns. You need a lot of those guys to be running around, making plays, and not making a lot of mistakes. That's because that's the great part. That's the great part about when Jay Crowder gets the ball. He's either going to shoot it or he's going to pass it. He's not looking to put anyone on a mixtape. He's not looking to do any of that shit. He's going to play defense. He's going to block a lot of shots, which
apparently
apparently he's going to block
one game. Where did that come from?
Yeah. I love it, but he's going to make the right play. That's the thing that was so fun watching, specifically in the Lakers series, because there would be stretches where we wouldn't be playing great because, we're playing against 2 of the top 5, top 6 players in the NBA, but we'd still have like campaign running around and just like, okay, well, he's going to do his Leandro Barbosa impression. He's just going to run by everybody and get a wide open layup, even though there's 4 dudes in the paint. Cool. That's dope.
So I have to mention this because it was coming to my mind today as I was watching Mikal. First of all, Mikal is probably the most overqualified fourth option that's left in the playoffs that I can think of.
Oh, left in the playoffs, yeah. Not a big Joe Harris fan?
No. No.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, two-way player, like the things that he can do on defense. No, Mikel's way overqualified to be a fourth option. The thing that I have to bring up, there are 3 big financial decisions that are going to happen this offseason.
Oh, okay.
And I want us all to just take a moment in prayer.
Yes. If we can give a moment
God
of silence
to give me strength. If Sarver doesn't do the right thing, I need God to just be with me.
Yeah.
So that I can get through those weeks, because
so we don't say just some libelous shit on this podcast about Robert Sarver.
I wouldn't be able to do a podcast. I would just start driving, because hopefully it'll be like after I'm done with the bar, I'll just start driving in a direction and I'll just go.
Yeah.
like if I hear we're not going to match Sacramento's qualifying offer for Mikel or something, I'm going to be like, okay,
all
right. I need to go to like Michigan. I'm out of here.
See, it won't be Sac. It'll be like, Washington.
Charlotte has a ton of cap space.
Yeah, but Washington's they're gonna hire Steve Keim as their GM. They're gonna go on like a 2-week bender, and they're just gonna be like, what we could do? Let's pair Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook again, and we have Brad Beal still. Like, there's gonna be a team that's sitting around, or like Milwaukee. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We need Jennifer Gardner's cap expertise.
Well, the Chris thing,
I'm not able to solve that, so I don't know. But yeah,
I'm not as worried about the Chris thing, because I think he wants to come back, and we're gonna find a way to make that work. It's the Mikel thing.
Mikel's gone.
Yeah, no, I know, and I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for it to be really bad, for it to be like, oh, it was 18 million. Because like, again, if it's 30 million, like, okay, sorry, we can't do that. Like, we have too many. We have to pay Ayton. We have to pay Paul. We have to pay Booker. It just doesn't work.
Charlotte's a good call out, because then we can get the 2 Bridges on the same team. That'll be fun. And plus, I mean, Charlotte does have the best announcers in the entire league, and for that reason, Mikel makes some wild ass plays just of how long he is. I would actually look forward to hearing that announcer just lose his fucking mind over some of the weird shit that he does.
But that's another thing that makes this team such an anomaly, is that we've got 2 guys on rookie deals that are our 3rd and 4th options that are playing big minutes, that are starting for us. I mean, you almost have to have that, unless you're a big market team and you can spend $150 million in luxury tax every year, like the Warriors can do.
Yeah, unless you're light years ahead, like Joe Lacob is.
Right. Well, or even the Nets. The Nets are way over the luxury tax this year. Unless you can do that, you have to have this anomaly that we have right now of guys that are in their last year of their rookie deals, that have had a few years under their belt, that are playing their ass off right now. And unfortunately, it might not last beyond this year. So I'm doing my best, because
here, Tim,
enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, Tim, we are playing the best basketball in the NBA playoffs right now. It has been
especially with what happened to the Nets today.
Yeah. So you were telling me you saw that Harden's coming back next game. Is that like he's coming back, or he might be coming back?
It's not official, but there was a lot of stuff before the game today that he was probable. And then at the last second, he got yanked out. And so the math equation is he'll be back they'll give him, because I think they have 2 days off before their next game.
Okay.
So take these 2 days and then.
So right now, and oddly enough, I didn't think I would be saying this, but the most healthy of the 3 is Kevin Durant, which is, by the way, it's fucking insane that dude is coming back from a ruptured Achilles. And he looks as good as he really has in the last couple years, at least.
It's actually, I want to mention this because this pod's going to be released much later. It was actually just announced about 5 minutes ago by Ian Begley of Yahoo Sports that Harden will likely be out Game 5. So I do want to get that out.
Okay.
And Kyrie is like a definitely out.
Yeah, so we're recording on the 13th at 8:42. We just watched the Suns obliterate and wipe off the face of the earth the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, that's interesting. So so that means the Bucks have a chance.
Like a really solid chance because they're fully healthy.
And if the Bucks win, now I'm booking a lot of things. Pardon the pun. I'm feeling great. Like we might be trying to find some parade tickets or something. I don't know. Well, I'm a Suns fan, so I don't know how parades work. I don't know if you even have to buy a ticket, but
we're just showing up. They know us.
Yeah.
They know us. They know where to put us. We're going to have our own float. We're going to have our own podcast float of just all the guests that have ever been on. And we're just going to be like going nuts. But okay. I have to say this though. We're not afraid of Utah, like at all.
Oh God,
like,
no.
I could not be less afraid of a team. If you've watched the Suns play Utah all year long, like,
oh, I thought you were talking about like us on the call. Yeah, no. Well, we're not afraid of Utah. The team itself is very much not afraid of Utah.
They have like disdain
them in 2 years.
Yeah, they have like open disdain for that team. Like when they play them. I mean, Chris does this with almost every team, but Chris and Booker, like whenever they play Utah, they have something special in terms of the snarls and the flexes. And
I mean, we've got, all they have is, Kirkland brand Devin Booker. They've got Donovan Mitchell, which, I mean, he's fine. Like, I'm not.
He's going to have to score 60 for them to beat us. Like,
yeah,
they might let him do it.
Yeah. Who cares?
like they did with Jokic a lot. It was just like, all right, man. We're not going to be able to stop you all game, but nobody else is beating us. Like, good luck with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to sound like an absolute homer right now, but I mean, I'm wearing a Nash jersey. I'm wearing a D-backs hat, even though the D-backs are just absolutely abysmal. Which my brother went to the game today, and I wasn't paying attention to the score. He texts me in the second inning. Wow, I picked a good one. Like, hey, what's up? He goes, we're already losing 6-0. Like, oh, that's, you did pick a good one. But anyways, I completely forgot where I was going with that because of how pissed off I am about the Diamondbacks. So Tim, take it away.
No, I can understand that. Again, this is a positive Arizona sports podcast.
Yeah. Sorry.
We keep trying to come back
I need to shake off the Diamondbacks negativity because the Suns are, I don't know if you want to do this now, Tim, but Scott, is this the best Suns team that we've seen our entire lives?
The best complete team, yes.
Because I don't think it's
we
close.
Play defense.
Yeah.
We play defense.
And
we
rebound.
Play offense. We rebound. We have transition offense. We hustle. We make smart decisions.
Yeah.
And we play more than
six guys. Scott, I'm with you. We have a complete team. We have an actual rotation as opposed to just, hey, Steve, you good? That's all the coaching that D'Antoni would do during a game. Hey, Steve,
the thing
you good? You need a second?
The thing that stuck out to me was Paul hit, I think, 4 or 5 shots in a row in the third.
Yeah.
And then it was his time to rest. So Monty told him.
All right, Devin.
I was like, wait, what are we? And then Campaign comes in and they're just on tempo. They start making shots. It's like, man, if this was the old Suns, they'd be like, oh, hey, Nash, you hit 4 shots in a row. Stay out there, even though you're 59 years old and have broken knees. We need you.
And you're averaging 39 minutes a game in the playoffs against very physical teams. But I mean, if
you know what,
the old Suns team, we'd still be waiting for Alonzo Tucker to come around. Which, spoiler alert, he never did.
What slipped my mind was that 2005 team with Joe Johnson, Stoudemire, Marion, and Nash that was first in the West. Obviously, they make it to the conference finals, but it slipped my mind they lost 4-1. That series is a lot closer in my mind. But it's tough when you do the comparison thing. It's always tough. But this team compared to their peers, even. Okay, this is going to get said ad nauseum about the Lakers that they would have beat us with Davis. If Paul's healthy,
they lost.
I know, but if Paul's healthy, like if Chris was healthy that entire series and Davis was healthy, I think it would have been a series.
Here, guess what, Lakers fans? You got one. You got
finally
one.
After
you
you guys have gotten bullshit
I don't want to hear
years.
I don't want to hear a damn thing.
The Artest lay-in. Look it up.
Yeah, again, we're bringing positivity. But here's the thing, Lakers fans. Oh, but what if? I don't give a fuck. Y'all are fine. Y'all just won last year and you have arguably the greatest player in the world on your team. I don't want to hear it. Let us have our fun.
My point is with those mid-2000s teams is that there was this inevitability with them where it was like, even when we were the first, we were the first team, number one seed in the West, we were like, yeah, but the Spurs are still out there. Kobe's still out there. Like there was this inevitability that was like, okay, like, but their best guy is better than our best guy. And we're eventually going to lose.
Yeah. The Spurs are still out there. The Lakers are still out there. The Mavs are still out there. Like those teams are still out there. And if we
monsters,
if we win, it's going to take literally every bit of Steve Nash that he has to offer. And then the next series, it's just gonna be like, oh, I think that's a Steve Nash doppelganger because that dude looks like he's 72 years old because that was our entire offense.
I forgot that was a 4-1 gentleman's sweep. But yeah, I mean, with this team in the as far as like the modern NBA goes, where the goal is just to get two superstars and pair them with basically deep switchable wings who can shoot. It's hard to identify a team that's built much better than this one. I mean, even the Ayton thing, who people kind of forget was Ryan McDonough's draft pick before he was fired 2 weeks later. Which again, I'm trying to be positive, but that was weird as hell.
If I could just say, I just got an alert. Apparently, there's someone that's on Instagram Live filming Cam Payne and DeAndre Ayton dancing in the locker room right now with towels on.
Nice.
So, this is by far, if it's not the best, which I do think it is, obviously, this is definitely the most fun Suns team that we've had in our entire lives.
Yeah, just there's not a single guy on that team that's afraid. I mean, you go down to who's our 10th guy? Probably Javon Carter, Langston Galloway. Like even those guys. Like if they had to get out
Frank?
there,
Not Frank?
Oh, well, Frank.
Come on. Real quick, God. Though, it needs to be said. Dario, thank you.
Yeah, he played well.
Dario, because in this game, Ayton got in a little bit of foul trouble, and and was it game 2? It was either game 2 or game 3 that Ayton had to get pulled early because he got 2 quick fouls. Sarge came in. Go ahead.
Yeah, he got the quick fouls, but Monty left him in. Was the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But when Sarge came in, he played passable defense against the league MVP. He played fine and hit a couple threes. Thank you. Because before that, Dario looked absolutely terrible when he came back from, what did he have? A strained calf or something? He had some injury that he came off got healthy and came back for it. And when he first came back, he looked just absolute dog shit. In this series, he looked exactly like what you would want your 8th or 9th guy. Like he played great. And the fact that in the year of our Lord 2021, I'm talking about the 8th or 9th best player on the Phoenix Suns roster as it pertains to a playoff series that we just swept. Thank God. Thank the Lord Almighty.
And there's seriously, like, people are going to say that this is hindsight's 2020. There wasn't a second of any of those games where I felt out of control.
None.
Like in the Lakers series, there were multiple moments where I was waiting for the bottom to fall out from under me. But with this series, from the tip to the end, I was like, we got this shit. Like this is fine.
When Chris went down as though he just got shot by a firing squad, I remember texting you, Tim. Oh, we're done.
Oh,
like we're absolutely done. Scott, what was your instant reaction when Chris went down? It was like in the second quarter of game 1 of the Lakers series.
I was like, okay, this is the perfect Sun storm.
Yeah,
we got a great team, playing great. Nothing can stop us. Oh, and our old point guard got hurt
again.
Yeah. Okay.
For whatever reason, Chris Paul got hurt. Again, it's usually a little bit later in the playoffs, but of course, right when we're looking great, we had the just amazing first quarter, and then just oh fuck.
But it was against the the Spurs equivalent of this era. It's like the team you have to get through if you want to go to the finals.
Right.
But yeah, that's all of our DNA from the mid 2000s and everything we went through. Like even the 90s teams didn't have necessarily bad injury luck, and going back to the 60s and 70s, they didn't either. When they were going after Russell's teams,
they just weren't good enough. The 90s teams just had domestic violence issues. But yeah,
what? I didn't know about that.
Jason Kidd?
Oh well, yeah, but he wasn't on like the 90s like championship teams.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was talking about like there are 3 separate now championship eras of basketball. Like,
okay. Right. Well, hold on. We haven't made the finals yet.
No, I know, but this is as confident as I've been in an Arizona sports team in my conscious lifetime. Because I was not 100% conscious for the 01 World Series. I think I was told to go to sleep on Game 7 because I was a kid. But we've never had a team like this, and I just can't reiterate enough like how happy this whole city is. Like I walk around the grocery store, people are in Suns jerseys. The energy in the stadium. I wish I had money so that I could go to these games because that environment looks awesome.
There's even Suns fans in San Diego. I went to the grocery store to pick up some adult beverages for the game to kind of calm the nerves. And I saw 3 different people. Like it'd be one thing if it was just like a group of dudes walking around that were wearing Sun stuff, but I saw 3 individual people wearing Suns stuff. And it was so fucking cool because that's so not what Arizona sports, what that experience is normally
except
like.
Them. Yeah, no, but except them because they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
They've actually been good in the past. They've had historically great teams. I mean, the Nash teams are probably everyone's favorite choice for best team to never win a finals in terms of like the collective group. I can't think of anybody else.
Well, the early 2000s SAC teams, Sacramento teams.
Yeah, but like the Nash thing was like 5-6 years. Like the SAC team had one shot where they got hosed by David Stern in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, that, by the way, that happened. I totally am like a believer in that conspiracy theory that was called in.
Just like how I'm a conspiracy theory believer about the Nash getting thrown on the boards thing. But anyways, Scott, who do you want to see in the conference finals?
Utah. Give us Utah. That'll be fun. Like, what's going to happen? Is Royce O'Neal really going to beat us? I feel like that would also do justice for like what Utah's been through with, like it's not like they were a top 2 seed every year and they're kind of new, and I am supportive of the NBA embracing random teams reaching it far in the playoffs. Like I hate the narrative of like, oh, we got to have Knicks Lakers. Like that's the most boring. Like they should be embracing the young stars, and this is what makes it so much sweeter is like all those people who are talking smack about Booker. It's like, well, now you're gonna have to cover him.
You have to eat shit now.
Yeah.
Because the whole he didn't go to the Olympics thing, so he didn't get big game experience, turned out not to mean shit because but there hasn't been one single moment where I thought it was too big for him.
Yeah,
and that's honestly amazing.
Like Lakers fans, listen to what I'm about to say. He's playing about as close to Kobe Bryant as we're probably gonna see out of a guy. He's less athletic. That's not, I mean, no one's saying that he's got the athleticism that he does.
He's like older Kobe.
He's older Kobe, and it's great. He's, the second wave of championship Kobe. And
that's what I mean. He's 24 Kobe.
Yeah, he's 24 Kobe. Yep.
He's not 8 Kobe.
Awesome.
But
I
wish they could enjoy it along with us, but I don't expect them to.
No, I don't want them to. No, fuck Lakers fans. No, they have more than enough to root for. They have more than enough to enjoy.
The Jeff Bezos of sports teams. It's like, do you really need more? Like, do you really need more stock options, Jeff? Do you really need more houses?
Fuck them.
Do you really need a rocket to go to space?
Do you really need Mars, Jeff? Do you? Like the divorce has made you feisty. It really has.
Really has a lot of angst.
Yeah, but no, fuck Lakers fans. You guys are fine. You can watch any number of championship videos. Go right
Can I
ahead.
make the case for the Clippers though?
Oh, you want you
Because
Why not?
you know, Tony, you know this about me, that I'm a big narrative guy.
Yes.
The narrative.
I mean, you're an English major, of course.
Yes. The narrative of going through beating LeBron for the first time in the first round, beating the league MVP in the second round, and then going through.
It's.
Did that not happen? Did that not happen? We beat the league MVP. There's only one.
He was very good all season long.
I mean, okay, so you beat LeBron for the first time in the first round. You beat the league MVP, and then you go through Kawhi, who's just a fucking robot, and this team who is willing to go hundreds of millions of dollars over the cap, however much they have to spend in order to have a good team. If you beat that team also, like as the cherry on, and by the way, go back, I think it was the second or third game of the season when we played the Clippers and Booker was yelling soft at Paul George.
Yeah.
Which I would enjoy watching Booker torture Paul George's head a little bit.
See, but Devin wouldn't even need to do that. You really think Paul George would do well in our arena?
No.
That
things they would be chanting at him.
Oh my God. I think it would be fun if we had Ben Simmons to yell at. Oh my God. Paul George would just be incredible for us to yell at. So, I mean, okay. So we're wanting the Jazz. Scott, do you think there's another series that would be more fun to be on Twitter for than our hopefully impending Jazz Suns series?
So
like I can't think of two more like emotive and toxic Twitter fan bases. Well, actually, I don't know.
Phoenix isn't toxic.
I don't know because we've got like chugging with the fellas and stuff. We're having a good time. But Utah,
Phoenix is a lot of things. Utah is toxic, but no, I won't allow that. Phoenix fans, like even the most crazy Suns fans, are not as toxic as like the average fucking Jazz guy. I mean, I'm just saying, like when you look at like we haven't had any of the crazy incidents that these other crowds have had. I'm in on all the Suns Twitter stuff. There's nothing. There's nothing weird on there.
I'll revise it because we also have a much more shall we say diverse fan base?
Yeah. Okay. I was going to beat you there.
We said the same word. So we've got more differing perspectives, and it's a much more open conversation that we have in Phoenix.
And we're used to having professional sports teams. I mean, they only have one, and so they kind of overreact to everything because they don't know how to act.
Do we think we'll see Mitt Romney with the with the jersey over down courtside?
I hope he's there
for sure, 100%.
Yeah. I really do, and I hope he tries to say something to Chris Paul. And I don't know. I'm hoping for anything.
What would he say to him?
I don't know. I just know that those fans, if you try to throw shit at Chris Paul or Devin Booker, nobody's holding them back.
Jay Crowder is going to kill your ass.
They're not getting held back by security. They're coming to fight your ass.
Yeah, can we sign like Ron Artest to be a coach for that series?
Right. Who's the guy that's in the UFC that plays for Dallas? God, I forgot his name.
Can we get Kevin Durant's security guard because he obviously doesn't care about boundaries?
No, we need a couple of those guys.
Can we get Charles Oakley? Can we get let's just bring them all out?
Yeah, no.
Kendrick Perkins.
Ben Wallace.
Bill Laimbeer. Let's just get them all out there.
Westbrook's crazy enough to actually go after a fan who did that.
Yeah.
The difference is that like Jay and Chris and Booker have that extra level where like they're not just gonna get in your face. They're gonna beat the shit out of you. They're like I said at the beginning, they're not kidding.
Don't sleep on my boy Frank. There are some
Frank's not a fighter. Frank's a lover.
There are some dust ups that he had at Indiana. Him and Sam Decker got into with some other schools. Frank's got a good one too. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
And he's got length. He's got that reach.
I would caution the Utah fans. Like, I would get your shit together before that series, because they may not come into the stands or anything, but they will make a point of like flipping you off as they're beating your ass.
I mean, they did. I mean, Dwayne Wade's the owner now. Didn't they fix the problem? I mean, we had a black president.
What is he doing there?
Yeah, we had a black president, Tim. We're good.
Doesn't he own like 0.001% or something? Like, have we figured out how much he owns?
I'm pretty sure he's got the Jay-Z deal. I'm pretty sure
That's
got
what
like,
I think too.
I don't know. So, I'm perfectly fine being wrong, but I'm pretty sure he paid enough to have courtside season tickets in perpetuity. I think it's basically
so. I do know this, that they changed the laws after Jay-Z, where you have the bylaws, where you have to own at least 1% to like consider yourself a minority, because the Jay-Z thing was ridiculous.
So then I guess Gabrielle Union must have funded him, because I'm guessing she's got a lot more money than he does.
She does. She makes bank. Or Wade's on the cube though, dude.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union's husband, Dwayne Wade, is what I.
Wade's on the cube, dude. He's doing fine. He's making a ton of money from that.
Did you see LeBron losing to his wife, Savannah, in the little like at home version of the cube, and then all the jokes like, "Oh boy, please don't let Skip Bayless see this."
I know. I'm enjoying watching LeBron's Instagram now. I'm happy he's promoting Space Jam. Hope it's a good movie.
He's promoting Space Jam. He's going to change his number to promote the movie.
He seems happy. He's happy.
He's hanging out with JR, Drake, and Jared Dudley at his son's game. They're having fun. Like, I can't wait to see retired dad LeBron. Like,
he will be at the finals if we make it. Like, because Chris has been there for most of his, I would imagine he's going to be there.
And he loves Devin. He
does. That's a real thing.
That's the one thing that's really cool. Like Kevin Durant, LeBron, and I think Popovich, they've all said insanely complimentary things of him. So
they've all like anointed him.
I am so fucking excited. I'm so excited for what's to come.
And if we get the Clippers, we get to keep home for court. So that'd be nice too.
I'm hoping Utah, so that I can stop hearing the Donovan Mitchell's better than Devin Booker takes.
Anybody who's saying that though is ignorant.
No, I know.
That's an ignorant take.
I'm done hearing it because it's just fucking wrong.
I've watched a lot of Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a very good basketball player, but he's not Devin Booker.
Just because he doesn't have another guy in the backcourt that's, also playing at a very high level doesn't diminish what he's doing. Tonight, he looked incredible. Like I said, he looked like 24 Kobe. So,
he does.
I'm very much looking forward to this next series, whoever the fuck we play, because I honestly think that the deepest this next series will go is 6. We'll see. I'm hoping that Chris takes the next 8 days to just whatever we need to shoot into that shoulder, whatever we need to do. Let me know if I can help. Like if he needs a 24/7 masseuse, if he needs an arm, if he needs some muscle fiber, let me know.
There's also one more thing we forgot. Devin Booker and Kendall Jenner celebrated their 1-year anniversary.
Congratulations, guys.
I'd like to say congratulations. I didn't apologize enough.
Congrats.
I didn't apologize to Kendall on the last pod, but I'm sorry.
Oh,
you know that I'm sorry for the accusations I made about your family and how you affect basketball players.
Because Devin's been playing better than he ever has right now.
I'm very happy for your relationship. I'm happy you're in his life. You've been a positive influence. We're happy to have you a part of the family.
What's the name of his dog?
I'll look it up because Kyler's is Swoosh, but Booker's got like this giant like bull mastiff. It's fucking awesome.
And there's a lot of pictures circulating of
Haven.
The 3 of them, they look like a very happy family. I hope
they do.
I really hope that I hope the best for them. I really do.
We're happy to have you in the Suns family, Kendall.
We are.
Sorry about what I said off air.
Yeah, so far, so now we've got in the Suns celebrity family, we've got Kendall Jenner, Jonah Hill, Guy Fieri.
That's not bad.
Who
Emma
else?
Stone.
Michael Phelps.
Emma Stone, Michael Phelps.
That's not bad.
Larry Fitzgerald's a local celebrity because he's at the games. So, you know, anybody else? I think we've got a for not as like.
Oh, I think it was Shakira wearing a Suns jersey, like a
yes, yes, Shakira. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean Frankie Muniz. Excuse me, the OG.
Wouldn't Blake Shelton be up there? I'm pretty sure he likes Phoenix teams.
Blake Shelton's up there too. Yeah, we got
things going on.
What I'm saying is we got some guys, and we got the Tim and Tony podcast.
That's right. You know, goddamn right.
There we go.
Right up there with the other names.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I'll mention us last. We're the lowest out of all of them, but we're there. We're honorable mention. We're on the Bleacher Report rankings. The first honorable mention. Just 2-3 sentences. That's fine.
Yeah. They have to be. We have to be mentioned. Even Stephen A. is saying he's jumping on the bandwagon. So.
Yeah, Stephen A. Yeah. No. Yeah. Great. Yeah, we don't need a picture on it either. Like you give the pictures to the other guys. That's fine. We're good. We're not needy. So, Scott, this is the first time you've been on. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Suns in 4, baby.
Let's go.
Let's
go. Can you believe we just swept the fucking Western Conference semifinals? Let's go. Suns in 4,
man.
Yeah, I can't. If you would have told me that this is what we would be doing right now, given who we've had to play, be like, I mean, that's great. I'll see it when I believe it. But yeah, this is. I could just keep saying that this is great. This is awesome. I can't wait to see what happens next. But everyone knows that. So, Tim, I think it's time. Because now that the series is over, who's the Ted Cruz award going to?
Michael Porter Jr.
100%.
Well, him or Campazzo. Although at the end it looked like Campazzo and Chris kind of had a makeup moment. So I'm not as mad at Campazzo because I think Chris is okay with him. Mostly because Chris embarrassed his family for 4 games. I'm sure they're doing very well. Michael Porter Jr. Sorry, I don't see it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't see it with you. You're supposedly like this uber talented. I know that you were hurt for one of the games. Everybody's hurt at this time of year. I've watched a lot of your games. I don't see you as like a top 15 guy.
Oh God, no. Oh,
but that's what people see him at. That's what people are like.
Because people don't understand that once you have back problems, that doesn't go the fuck away. Like, dude's younger than anybody that's on this call right now, and he needs a heating pad to get warm before the game. Like that, and he's not vaccinated. He's not vaccinated. I mean, I can't say that enough. It's free, and he's like, nah, I'm good.
Him and the Washington team.
Yeah, exactly. Just it's like no. If
I think the icing on the sorry.
No,
go ahead, Scott.
Scott.
I would say I think the icing on the cake was when Chris Haynes joined the broadcast. He's like, I've been told by sources that in the Suns locker room, they were telling them to switch to cook Michael Porter Jr.'s ass. Like,
wasn't that incredible?
It is being reported that the Suns at the half were talking about how dog shit Michael Porter Jr. is a defense.
Yeah, that's what he basically reported.
Which I think that's just Chris Haynes trying to win us back from asking the bullshit.
Fuck that guy.
Hey Devin. So
that guy.
You just beat the Lakers in 6. How do you feel about double teams?
Shut up. Chris Haynes, that was one of the worst moments in like sports reporter history. By the way, that was shameful. What the fuck was that? That was just terrible. That was like 3 years ago.
Bryce Harper clown question, bro question. If you remember that.
Devin was more mature than I would have been. And I will say this again, he is younger than me. He had a more mature reaction. He just went through his boilerplate shit. I would have flipped my shit if someone asked me that.
When you're dating Kendall Jenner, though,
that's true.
You learn how to deal with stuff.
No, that's true. That is
your
true.
Your life is going just fine.
No, that's fair. I mean, I know that you're partially joking, but it is true.
I'm not joking at all. He's dating the most attractive Kardashian. Congratulations, my guy. You did it. You did it. And they seem to be happy.
Not gonna disagree. Yeah,
happy.
No, they do. They're doing cute Instagram posts now.
And by all accounts, he's not a dipshit like Tristan Thompson. So, you know, it's great.
Sorry, Scott, you missed it. I did a drive-by shooting of Tristan Thompson on a podcast that had Tony actually he had to pause for a second.
That had nothing to do with basketball. I think we were talking about Inception.
Yeah. And I roped in Tristan Thompson's infidelity.
Yeah, with his pregnant Kardashian wife. Anyways, yeah. Devin, get some sleep. Wherever you need to be there. You got 8 days. Hang out with the dog, hang out with GF. Enjoy your 1-year anniversary.
Hit up Applebee's, hit up Hooters.
Hit up Hooters with the fellas.
Should we rename the podcast that? No, I'm kidding.
Tim and Tony with the fellas.
Yeah.
Devin, enjoy the rest. Chris, like I said, it is a standing offer. If you need anything, let me know. If you need a shoulder,
certified.
I will do whatever the hell I need to do to make sure that he is getting right for this next series. Because there might be a scenario where he's got Drew Holiday chasing him around in the finals. I need him to be right. So
that's right.
So Michael Porter Jr. is my Ted Cruz award, and I would definitely much rather punch. Actually, I'd still much rather punch Ted Cruz. And I'm guessing that's going to be the same across the board. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Okay. So then, who's the Brandy the dog MVP of this series, Tim?
It's got to be Chris. I mean, I by the way, I've already committed to naming my first dog Booker, no matter what happens in the rest of this playoffs. I'm putting it on air. That would be the name of my first dog. I love that man. Chris Paul makes his whole. No, he makes the whole team work. And when he's out there, I mean, this is just reiterating stuff. But when he's out there, everything's more calm. It goes more fluid. He's the maestro behind all of it. He's gotten in Devin's head and he's supercharged all that Mamba mentality shit that he's got. It's Chris Paul.
Be the same animal and a different beast.
That's right.
But
if he's healthy, I'm not worried.
So since we're on the topic though, Scott, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what my first dog's name's going to be.
Brady.
Thank you. Scott, who's your MVP for this one?
I'm gonna go CP3. I mean, you probably could have given it to a handful of guys. You could have given it to that Sons and 4 guy. It didn't matter.
The guy was taking his shirt off.
We were kicking their butt. So it's tough to be like, if we didn't have this guy, it's like, well, we won by a lot.
So mine's Monty Williams because we haven't had an even mildly competent coach since
a long ass time.
And there's some discussion as to whether or not D'Antoni's even a competent coach because all he can do all he can do is get an assistant job for one of his ex-players.
There's a lot of discussion, by the way.
I honestly couldn't tell you the last time we had a quote-unquote good coach for this team.
Well, Silas, rest in peace.
Okay. But you really want to go back to Paul Silas as the last good coach?
I'm saying that's the last time I can definitively say that the whole league really people respected the innovation with D'Antoni, but we all knew his limitations.
Yeah, okay. So, great. So, even more my point, Monty Williams, thank you for bringing the first defensive team I've ever seen in my life. Terry Porter, you tried, and you failed at bringing defense to the Valley. You really did. Thank you, Monty Williams, for bringing Chris Paul into my life and for having him completely bought in. That's incredible.
Shout out plant-based diets.
Shout out plant-based diets. Shout out hyperbaric chambers. Whatever Chris needs, we'll get it to you. But yeah, that's my MVP. What is your limbo lesson, Tim, for this series?
You didn't have me prepared. I didn't know we were going to do the full podcast spread with
absolutely.
all the awards and stuff. I thought I was coming on here for like 15 minutes and I was going to go.
No.
Do what I need. Yeah.
We got
I came in hot. I would have saved it. I would have saved the energy.
We're fine.
No, all right.
Usually it's the other way around. So this is a good mix. Usually you get more energized as the pod goes on. So this is a good change of pace.
Here's my lesson. And this is going to apply to mostly LaMelo and Zion going forward.
The hell?
After 1 to 2 years of a guy's career, let's not be writing the eulogy.
Okay.
Let's not be saying things like this guy is not a big game player, does not make winning plays. Devin Booker is setting curl screens for fucking Cam Johnson in the third quarter up 12.
Happily.
Yeah. So, I mean, he makes more winning plays than any score first guard that I've personally seen.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, especially Donovan Mitchell. So especially like I don't want to go to, but even like the Zion stuff now, they're already doing it. Like he hasn't made the playoffs. What's up? Yeah, Luke has been there twice. Like,
which is fucking stupid.
Just calm down. LaMelo's gonna have struggles too. His teams aren't gonna be very good for a while. Like when we're in year 6, 7, 8, like we are with Giannis, then we can start saying like, hey, there's some limitations here.
Which, by the way, 5 for 10 from the line. There's some limitations here. Scott.
So limbo lesson, I think, is like trust your guys. I know early in the Lakers series, everyone's like, "What's up with Crowder? He's missing all these threes." Like Dario is playing like
Tim
trash.
being majorly one of them. I remember getting a text. Someone please tell Jay Crowder to stop shooting. I love him, but please.
I didn't just say it once. It wasn't just once.
Yeah, but keep shooting. Like as we
just
saw
keep doing it.
The end of the Lakers series with Jay, and then right off the bat with him, and then Dario this whole series.
Yep,
those guys are what's going to make us tick. We don't have a shot against Brooklyn if Crowder, Cam Johnson, Sarge, all those guys are playing like trash.
We need the Cams. We need Jay. We might even need Frank if we're going up against Brooklyn. We need everybody playing well. Yeah. And so if you're not, well, then we're probably fucked anyways. So you might as well try. My limbo lesson is that not all MVPs are created equal. Because Jokic was just, if you want to talk about a guy that was just getting empty stats, I mean, I mean, it took him 29 shots to get 30 points in a game that they lost by 14. And all the guys were talking about post game was, oh my God, he got 20 rebounds. Oh my God.
Kareem. He tied Kareem.
Yeah. Oh my God. He's one of the top 5 offensive centers in the history of the game. Okay. Well, the guy can't get out of the second round against us. So he can't win a game. You know, even the Cavs against the Kevin Durant super team Warriors, they still won a game.
I love
Jokic couldn't win a game, and he got tossed.
We're doing the hack sports reporter thing
because he bitch slapped campaign. That's not all MVPs are created equal. I'm sorry, Jokic, start playing defense. Get efficient from the field. I'm sorry.
Get a treadmill.
Call Chris Paul after the season. See what this whole diet, plant-based diet thing is.
Just try a diet. I don't care which one it is. Stop eating whatever the fuck you want, which is clearly what you're doing.
Call DeAndre Ayton. Get his roids provider. Get something going, my guy, because you need something. Because DeAndre Ayton sunned you in this series. There were multiple possessions where Jokic tried to back down, and Ayton was like, "No, you're not going anywhere." And then you're going to do the most unathletic looking fadeaway that I've ever seen out of even a rotational NBA player. He looked like me trying to shoot some of those damn shots. Anyways, not all MVPs are created equal. So yeah, I think that's it, Tim. You got anything else?
I'm satisfied. I'm hoping that we're doing this in a few weeks. Talking about final stuff.
Which, by the way, I got asked if we were gonna do ones after we did the Lakers one. I got asked if we were gonna do one after like a loss or something. My first thing is, well, we haven't lost. my second thing is that here's the thing. We're gonna turn on the mics when we have something to say. If we lose, I'm not gonna have much to say.
Well, the other thing is that we also want to be employed, and coming on after losses would not be productive to that end.
Yeah. So here's the thing. But also, I wouldn't know how to make that decision because we just played the
7
MVP
straight, baby,
and we rocked his shit. Enjoy watching the rest of the playoffs, Denver. I hope you enjoy watching this. Anyways, Scott, you got anything else? You got anything to plug? You got you got a book coming out? What you got?
Yeah, I got some poetry if you all.
Oh, yeah.
Not really just happy to be here, happy to be on. Finally made it. Those that don't know, I was on a few podcasts that failed because audio took a dump or something. So,
and it was never your audio.
Start.
Yeah, it was never your audio. There was a episode in the middle, just heat of the pandemic. I think it wasn't that the TV show character thing that we did. Yeah. And then we had we had a draft that we did of like players or something. And that one, as Tim knows very well, that one will never see the light of day because that one went about as off the rails as it could possibly do. So, Scott, this is the third time that we've had you on, but this is the first time that I could tell you confidently it's going to get posted. So thanks for coming on. It's a joy.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And for the viewers out there, my fantasy baseball team name for the past like 3 or 4 years has been Tim and Tony Pod is the best.
Hey, and we appreciate you. And you're doing pretty well this year. We got I think it's a 3-way tie between one of our St. Louis Cardinal fans, Tim, and you, Scott, in first place right now.
Should be fun. Yeah. Long season though. And
I'm nipping at your heels a little bit. I had the most points this week. That's all I'm gonna say. Vladdy Jr.'s backing that ass up, and he's gotten like 10 points in each of the last like 5 days. I'm just saying.
He's bringing his wagon all the way around the base.
He is bringing that wagon all the way around in, where are they? Buffalo right now?
Yeah, Buffalo. The Buffalo Blue Jays.
Yeah, in a Bull Durham level stadium that they got going on. So anyways, thank you, Scott, for coming on. Tim, thank you for staying centered on the camera for the entire podcast. It's much appreciated. Elvis Monroe, please. Hold on a second, though. Forgot. Ted Cruz, please go fuck yourself. Elvis Monroe, please play us out.
One day, someday, fiction girl. She's my one day, someday. She's my one day, someday. Gotta have her, gonna call her baby. One day, someday. She's gonna call me baby, gonna have a family. I can see it in her eyes. Our future's so bright. Gonna wake up by his side. One day, someday. She's my one day, someday. Fiction girl. She's my one day, someday.